When I was 12 years old, some classmates thought it was very funny that my chest looked like it had tits. I was mortified at the time. My chest had a pair of slightly pointy chest. Still, the chests were small and easily hidden, and my mum assured me they would go away soon. The boys in my class got used to seeing me in the showers and swimming pool, and there was no real problem. After a year, the bumps on my chest had developed into a fully rounded shape. The change was so gradual that neither I nor my friends had really noticed. The issue first arose during a swimming class. "You can't swim like that," the swimming teacher told me. Confused, I replied, "These are school's swimming trunks, sir." He explained his concern about my chest and insisted I couldn't swim without covering up. "What would your parents say if the girls were allowed to swim topless?" he questioned. "But I'm not a girl, sir. I always swim in these trunks," I protested. "Your chest looks like that of a girl's," he asserted. "So you'll need to cover up in the pool." I was sent back to the changing room to wait while he searched for a suitable swimming suit. I wasn't sure what to expect, but when the teacher handed me a one-piece girl's swimming costume, I was taken aback. "I don't want to wear that, sir." "I'll look ridiculous," I objected. "Yes, you will, and I apologize for that," he admitted, "but you'll also be decent, and that's what matters." With no other option, I reluctantly removed my trunks and put on the swimming costume. It was a plain black costume with crisscross straps at the back. It felt awful to think I would have to join the class wearing it. "Sorry, you can't wear that costume, it's even more inappropriate," the teacher said, gesturing towards the hair showing. "Take it off again," he instructed, much to my relief. No sooner had I wriggled out of the one-piece costume and put my trunks on, the teacher returned, carrying something else. He handed me a black bikini bra. "Try this, we don't normally allow two-piece suits, but you are an exception." The bra had shaped cups made of foam with a hard plastic piece under each cup. It had a strange plastic fastener at the back and two thin straps. I had never seen such a thing but figured the cups go over my chest and my arms go in each strap. "You will have to learn how to do this yourself," the teacher said as he helped me fasten the back strap. Rejoining the swimming class was a humiliating experience and one I would have to repeat many times. Surprisingly, the boys of my class didn't mock me as much as I expected. Some were even supportive, saying how rotten the teacher was to make me wear a bikini bra. At home that night, I intended to speak to my father about what had happened, but both Mum and Dad went out. I needed to talk to someone, and the only person home was my sister, Helen. Say is only 1 year older than me, and we usually get on okay. "Helen, I need to talk to you about something that happened to me today," I said, and went on to tell her about the swimming lesson. She giggled at first, but soon started being more serious when she saw the tears in my eyes. "Will you let me see?" asked Helen. We went to her bedroom and closed the curtains. I took off my shirt and the undershirt I always wore to show her my chest. Helen removed her own shirt and unclipped her bra for me to see what her chest looked like. I was shocked to find my chest really did look exactly like a girl's. My chests are just as rounded but overhang a little less. "How long have you been hiding those?" she asked. "I can see why the school are being so fussy about you swimming topless." Helen let me touch her chest and compare them with my own, and then she started putting her bra back on. "Why do you wear a bra?" I asked her. I already knew the answer. The bikini bra I had worn earlier had lifted the weight of my chest and felt very comfortable. "Do your tits bounce and hurt when you play sports?" she asked. "Not just for sports," I confessed, "all the time." "You really need one of these," she said, handing me a black, elasticated sports top. "It's a sports bra," she explained. The bra resembled more of a crop t-shirt, fastening at the front with a zip and featuring wide shoulder straps. I must have been blushing bright red as I slipped my arms into the straps and pulled the zip together. Helen adjusted the Velcro shoulder straps for me. "Now try jumping up and down," she instructed. The difference was remarkable. My chest was held firmly yet comfortably in place. They didn't bounce or chafe, which normally would have caused discomfort. Taking my sister's advice, I put on my usual shirt to see the effect of the bra. Your chest looks much flatter, but those thick straps show through your shirt a bit too much, remarked Helen. Unfortunately, this is my only bra like that. I'm sorry, but I can't let you keep it. I wasn't sure if I felt disappointed or relieved to take the bra off. It felt awkward wearing it, but as soon as it was off, I missed the comfort and support. Sensing my conflicted thoughts, Helen handed me another bra to try. This one's called a t-shirt bra. It's supposed to be less visible under a shirt, she explained. The white t-shirt bra had underwired cups with slight padding. The padding helps prevent you from getting sore, my sister informed me. Seeing my perplexed expression, Helen showed me how to put the bra on. Wearing this bra, with its separate cups, brought on a fresh wave of embarrassment, but once I adjusted the straps, I felt my chest lifted and supported. Putting my shirt back on, I observed the effect of the bra. They still stick out so much, I complained. I can't wear this. The straps are less noticeable. Try jumping again, encouraged my sister. I was pleasantly surprised to find that the t-shirt bra made a significant difference. You can keep that one, even if just for around the house. It might help a little. Why not take a look at Mum's mail order catalog to see some other styles you can get? Feeling somewhat awkward, I opened the catalog to the lingerie section and browsed through the hundreds of different bra styles. There are instructions at the back on how to measure your size, Helen pointed out. Following the instructions, I measured myself while wearing a bra, around the chest and beneath the chest. Using the measurements and the size chart, I determined my bra size to be 36A. When Mum and Dad returned home, I had to explain once again why I was wearing one of my sister's bras. Dad wasn't pleased and insisted I shouldn't wear a bra, but Mum examined my chest and advised me to keep wearing it if it helped. We agreed to take a day off from school and visit a doctor the next morning for advice. The doctor examined my chest briefly before diagnosing it as gynecomastia, a common condition among boys my age, which he assured us was temporary. He took a blood sample for tests and reassured both me and Dad that my chest would return to normal in a few months. Doctor, my chest hurts a lot, especially during sports. Is it okay for me to wear a bra? And could you write a note to the school? I asked. The doctor agreed to write a note and promised to contact us with the test results. With the rest of the day off school, I went to town to buy a new swimsuit. I had seen men wearing suits that covered their chests on TV, but the sports shop didn't have anything like that. All the one-piece suits were for women, with shoulder straps, chest cups, and a very high cut that wouldn't offer enough coverage. Eventually, I settled for a bikini, though I only needed the top. I glanced at some sports bra tops, but felt too embarrassed to try them on and couldn't afford them anyway. The next day at school, I handed the doctor's letter to my teacher. Shortly after, I was called to the headmaster's office, where my games teacher and the school nurse awaited. Mr. James, the headmaster, spoke first. We've reviewed your doctor's letter and consulted with the school medical staff, he began. Unfortunately, we have some difficult news for you, Dylan. The nurse believes it might be risky for you to participate in rough contact sports with the other boys, added the games teacher. We're concerned about the possibility of others trying to touch your chest. What do you want me to do, sir? Should I be excused from games lessons? I asked. No, that's not the solution we have in mind, he replied. You'll be joining Miss Carter's class for games. Does that mean I can't play football anymore, sir? I questioned. I'm afraid so, Dylan. Miss Carter teaches hockey, netball, gymnastics, and ballet. Sometimes her class does cross-country running and athletics. You'll need to speak with her to get the class timetable. Still in shock, I left the office to find Miss Carter. She was in the gymnasium teaching ballet to a group of girls. I walked in and approached her. Miss Carter didn't seem pleased. Firstly, you must never come in here with your outdoor shoes on, she admonished. And secondly, it's very rude to interrupt my class like this. I'll speak to you after this class is over. You can wait over there, quietly. Oops, I started off on the wrong foot with my new games teacher. Not a good start. I sat quietly and watched the girls learn various twists and dance steps, which looked quite challenging. The entire class wore the same uniform, a black leotard, a short wraparound skirt over white tights. When the lesson concluded, Miss Carter had me help her tidy up and put away the mats. "So you're Dylan, the boy who's joining my classes?" she asked. "Yes, miss, that's right," I replied. "Very well, I'll give you a list of lessons for the rest of the term. You'll need some new equipment, like a hockey stick, but I can lend those to you. Meet me here after lunch, and I'll have everything ready for you." "Thank you, miss," I said gratefully, then headed off for my lunch break. I found Sarah, a girl I liked, and told her I'd be joining her PE lesson today and asked what we'd be doing. "Why do you want to join the girls' PE class?" she asked curiously. It took me a moment to explain my condition and why Mr. James had insisted I join her classes. Sarah was intrigued and a bit apprehensive when I let her feel inside my shirt. Eventually, she informed me that we'd be playing netball that day and promised to explain the rules. After lunch, Miss Carter was waiting for me in the gym with a box by her side. "Take good care of this equipment, and never turn up for one of my lessons without the proper gear," she warned sternly. With that, I accepted the box and a hockey stick. Since PE was the next lesson, I headed straight to the boys' changing room to inspect its contents. I swiftly changed into my PE shorts and t-shirt, ready to join the netball lesson, leaving myself enough time to inspect the box. Inside, I found some shin guards, presumably for hockey, a booklet about netball, and a rule book for hockey. I safely stowed everything under the bench seats and went to join the girls' netball class. Sarah looked pleased to see me, but another girl whose name I didn't know began to protest. "Miss, that's not fair. How come he doesn't have to wear a skirt like the rest of us? Can I wear shorts too?" Soon, about half the class was echoing the same sentiment. It seemed the school mandated that girls wear leotards and skirts for all PE lessons, and they weren't happy about it. Miss Carter escorted me back to her office. "I don't have 20 pairs of shorts to lend out, and the school wouldn't permit it anyway," she explained. "I know it's not your fault, but having you in my class is causing quite a stir. How can we resolve this, Dylan? Maybe you'd be willing to wear a skirt?" "No, I didn't mean that. You should sit this lesson out, and we'll figure out a solution later." The teacher was looking totally confused and annoyed, and it was my fault. I felt guilty for causing so much trouble. "Miss Carter, I'd like to take part in the lesson, and I'm willing to wear a skirt if that helps, and if you can lend me one." The last words almost didn't come out as I realized what I had said. Miss Carter looked in a cupboard in the office and pulled out some clear plastic bags. I could see that each bag held a navy blue games skirt. "Are you sure you're happy to do this?" she asked me. I opened one of the bags and looked at the skirt. "I don't know how to put this on," I said, so she wrapped the skirt around my waist, over my shorts, and showed me how to fasten the inside hook and then the outer button. I thought I had better take my shorts off or the girls would still complain, leaving me with just the skirt to protect my modesty. It's a very short skirt. I quickly realized why the girls would prefer to wear shorts. When I rejoined the class, there are a lot of whistles and laughs, but the teacher soon stops that. Then we start playing netball, run, pass, behind you Sarah, quick left, faster, pass, yes that's good, goal. The game went on. I quickly forgot all the laughter and mocking and started enjoying the game. This is much more fun than I expected. By the end of the lesson, I'm exhausted and gasping for breath. The girls are laughing again, but this time they're happy and just enjoying the fun. I felt pretty good as I returned to the changing room for a shower. The boys were back from a football game and saw me come in wearing my game skirt. "Look at Davina," said one. "The girls change in the next room," said another. Even boys I counted as close friends mocked me and pretended to kiss me. I landed a perfect punch on the first one who tried to lift my skirt. Mr. Black, the PE teacher, came running in to stop the fight. Back in the gym office, Miss Carter handed me more items I'd need for upcoming lessons. I placed everything in the box she had given me earlier: a leotard for gymnastics and ballet, tights, a stiff white skirt for ballet, and an extra blue skirt for hockey and netball. Yikes, what had I gotten myself into? I had thought the skirt would be just for that one lesson, but now it seemed I'd be wearing girls' uniform for all PE classes. Due to the meeting with the games teachers, I arrived a bit late to my next class with Mr. Jones for math. Normally, I sat next to James Perkins, who helped me when I struggled with the lessons. This time, another boy was in my seat. Glancing around the classroom, I noticed an empty seat by John, but he pushed it in tightly against the desk to signal he didn't want me there. Sarah waved me over to sit with her, leaving me no other option. I apologized to Mr. Jones for being late and settled in next to Sarah. Between classes, I found that most of the boys didn't want to talk to me unless they were looking for a fight. Sarah introduced me to some of her friends, who were more open to accepting me. Initially, we discussed netball and how I could improve my game, then moved on to other sports and even ballet lessons. By the time we returned to class, I was actually looking forward to my first hockey game. It sounded like a lot of fun. After school, I walked home with Sarah and Lucy, who both lived near me. Several boys tried to provoke me into another fight, but the girls urged me not to get involved. Eventually, our conversation turned to our chests, and we found we could relate our experiences to each other. Lucy offered to accompany me to a lingerie shop to help find a comfortable bra, and Sarah quickly agreed to come along as well. In return, I promised to stop trying to be a hero and wear my bra to school every day. According to the doctor's report, I had a hormone imbalance causing an excess of female hormones in my body. He assured me the condition would resolve once my natural testosterone levels increased, which he expected to happen within a year. However, he advised against prescribing potentially harmful drugs since my chest, while bothersome, posed no threat to my health. He cautioned they might even grow a bit larger temporarily, but assured me they would disappear within 18 months.